So this is a round I had on FunkyStation on Space Station 14. And yes, this is my first ever actual proper Space Station Let's Play series or whatever. Or first ever episode of a Space Station Let's Play series or whatever. I say that in general because, well, as a veteran of the community, I've played the original Space Station 13 for a long while, so it's not just going to be videos on Space Station 14, but also videos on the original OG Space Station 13, and maybe a Unity Station, but that's to be seen for later. But yeah, for this video, it's just a video of me playing as my classic Maxwellville, and he's going to be a salvage specialist, and I'm going to basically, well, do fucking some salvager slash mining type of shenanigans. And this is like my first time like playing as a salvage specialist in this round, so I guess that only added to the fun, sort of. So yeah, as you can see, so I went all, it's mining time, and we got this guy named Abel Adams who's just like, I hate mining, and and initially I was just like, well, you signed up for fucking salvage, dude. It's essentially the Space Station 14 version of the fucking miners from SS13. And now the Prince, buddy over there, Prince of Red, something interesting happens to them, but I'm going to save that for later. So as you can see, I started getting myself prepped up. Including derelicts. I misspelled including, of course, because fucking fast typing moments with Wonder Hellblazer that leads to grammar issues. So as I got prepared, I would get this sensor, blah 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 here and there. I might have to speed this up real quick. Well, probably I am going to be speeding this up if you're like watching this right now, as the video is basically finished. But yeah, and so we would essentially just straight up get on the mining vessel. So, after some discussion with our new salvager and some Maxwell lore about him being a long-time worker for the Nanotrace and Mega Corporation, we decided to finally get stuff done, but we apparently forgot something. Well, specifically me. I needed to get some equipment. Oh yeah, now I remember. Yeah, I basically forgot the fucking pickaxe and a flashlight. Extra flashlight, even though it's sort of not necessary, but Maxwell always likes being extra prepared. But yeah, and also I got myself the protokinetic accelerator and I think I got it. No, I chose not to get the grappling hook with me. I just decided to get the fucking protokinetic accelerator. Sorry guys, my memory's a little rusty. So with that all done, I started waiting for the others on the mining vessel. Waiting for Prince of Red, and what the fuck was that? Somebody sped way out there. Either that's SS14 physics jank or I don't know. Alright. This station is not captain friendly at all. Whoa. Nope. I thought that was the AI. No, that's the fucking captain himself, Janathi. This station is not captain friendly at all. Yeah, because he has a Russian accent. Okay, so let me know when y'all are up for the salvage mining vessel. Alright, as I said on supply comms, and Prince of Red is up here already. Just waiting on the Abel of Adams. The Atom of Abel's. Abel Adams. Hopefully he gets up on this fucking vessel right now or whatever, or I'm probably going to speed up some footage until he gets on and we get some actual shit done, but yeah. So as we finally get a report back from Abel Adams saying that he's finally getting onto the Salvage shuttle, or the mining vessel, we continued on waiting till he gets the fuck back on, so we can get some mining due for some salvaging mining shit or whatever. Yeah, either or, mining or salvaging. We are the salvage specialists. We do everything out in space. So Maxwell nods, and now we're gonna start heading out as Prince of Red starts piloting the vessel, and we are off on our merry way. And so we travel out into space to the VG-roid. Obviously it's called the VG-roid, probably mainly because that asteroid literally utilizes fucking VG station asteroid stuff or whatever on it, so yeah, VG-roid be VG-roid. So here begins the tale of Maxwell, Prince of Red, and Abel Adams. Alright, so as you can see here, I kind of messed up on, like, speaking for Maxwell. So then I just go, like, as responding to what Abel Adams just said about this being a death wish, go like, we're just mining! Just ignore the structures! Yeah, as that was the whole entire plan all along. Like, what Prince of Red had said, our French lizard, I almost called them a wizard. So we go out there. I have my protokinetic accelerator loaded, and unfortunately, before I can even get a shot, I get hit by this fucking beast, and I start bleeding out. But then only for me to get back up and then start helping out Abel Adams and killing that thing with the protokinetic accelerator. As Maxwell is in shock. Total misplay, says Abel Adams. I'm not quite sure what was the plan here. Well, it's obviously... Oh, never mind. Sorry, again, rusty memory. So Prince of Adams decided that we should head back for some med supplies because of me getting injured there. Abel Adams decides to be a fucking brave one or whatever by going, don't leave me here, I'm gonna go back in, and just like, dude, that was a terrible idea. I don't know where the fucking VG-roid is when I took control of the mining vessel. And if you want to know why, well, you'll see. Because this is where we're going to go over how fucking, Prince of Red, what happened to Prince of Red here, because, Prince of Red then just decides to go say, I'll go grab some, you fly back, salutes as they go out into space, and after that point, Maxwell never saw that miner ever again. They went completely missing in action. As Maxwell stood there just waiting, not following the orders of going back to the station to get some medical supplies and healing at the medical bay, and was just chilling. So the only person he had contact with was literally just Abel Adams, and that's it. As you can see here, he's decided to check on the vessel, but he decides to basically, or as I decide, basically wait for Prince of Red to just get back instead of leaving them out there, because I feel like leaving them out there and just heading back to the station for some medical would be a bad idea. As Maxwell goes on comms and say, yeah, no, I don't want to leave you or anyone behind. I'm staying put, as Maxwell says. And Maxwell would basically begin just chilling out here, and then just straight up begins also saying, if I wind up as the only one left, then holy shit. And then I guess this is where, like, the bickering between Abel Adams and Maxwell starts to begin. Well, yes, basically I was kind of right, as Abel Adams responds with an eh. I went all the way around the VG-roid to the structures, literally disobeying Prince of Red's orders of just focusing on mining. It is like, you hopped out of the mining vessel, dude. We are no longer at your... Sure did, says Abel Adams. Now I'm in the structure. We are no longer at your location, so you may need to trek back to the station by yourself, says Maxwell. So this is where some funny business happens with Maxwell and Abel Adams and their bickering. Again, Prince of Red never returned to the mining vessel as I waited, so I literally went back to the station, back to the medical department to get healing. And just you wait for that fucking surprise, as I mentioned earlier. And you probably read the title already, so you probably understand where this is going. Haha, I got 2 mining drills, says Abel Adams. I see your wait, hold on. Okay, that's the janitor. We'll see who's laughing now when I start seeing your corpse float by the station when I get back alive. Exactly. Just found a diamond, says Abel Adams. It just, like, again, still waiting for Prince of Red, failing to realize that Prince of Red by this point is gone, completely went missing in action after throwing themselves out into space to, I guess, get some medical supplies instead of driving back on the mining vessel. I don't know. So Maxwell continues to just chill here, and I think I'm going to probably speed this up a bit right now. Until the bickering continues after a bit, as you can see here. I sped it up a little, but that's because the bickering continues after a little bit of like a pause there. So, Abel Adams was like, so I assume you guys went back to the station? And Maxwell is like, oh yeah, what else, Abel? And then also just goes all like, no, not really, and the other one went over to mine somewhere, I guess. Awesome, says Abel Adams. Ouch, haha. And, wow. Actually, no, wait, I just remembered. I misheard what they said. They said they'll go back to get some or get some medical supplies, rather. And there we have it. It's a blob round. Immediate red alert. And then immediately, the Max was like, oh, never mind then. The station is a no-go zone. Alright, I'm coming back around to the shuttle then, says Abel. All personnel must contain the outbreak. It's a blob round, yep. Evac, says PD Slapper. I'm sure that is a blob. Yeah, level 5 biohazard. Hyper dangerous biohazard. But yeah, it's a blob outbreak on the fucking station. Then let's get it. And with those words, Maxwell changes his mind and like, you know what? Yeah, we're gonna go fight that blob. But I don't think Maxwell and what's left of the salvage team, just being Maxwell and Abel, had any chances of taking care of that fucking blob. You'll see why in a second. So I start heading back to the station. NT14 station something. Penetration 14 Kettle NX 878, I think it's called. So I start heading back and flying over to somewhere where I can park the mining vessel. Somewhere, I guess, at the escape pod area, I guess, if I remember correctly. Yeah, I think, wait, no. I tried to get back at cargo, but then I realized, oh, wait. Salvage does not have, like, a parking area, and just remembered that, so I have to, like, park it, like, somewhere elsewhere out in space. But, actually, I would later change my mind and go to fucking park the vessel at somewhere in arrivals, or some form of arrivals, I guess. I don't see the shuttle. Haha, says Abel Adams. Maxwell immediately responds with, well, I'll get to parking somewhere that isn't in the way of the cargo shuttle. Ah, fuck. I have about 6 minutes of air. Oh, poor Abel. Oh, you did this upon yourself, Abel. You did this upon yourself. Literally thrown yourself out into space to go to the fucking VG-roid and continue mining there, but disobey orders and just go straight to the fucking structures. Alright. So I just continue driving, going to an area that's out of the way of the cargo shuttle so I don't have the fucking mining vessel get pushed over by the cargo shuttle. And then I finally found departures or arrivals. I think it's arrivals or some... No, it's not arrivals. It's some sort of fucking spaceport on the station. Immediately go there. And luckily enough, it's actually near the near medical bay. So I wind up just parking here. And this is where I get off the shuttle to go ahead and get some medical supplies after winning a bet with Abel on who could get to the station first. Well, I was the one who started the bet, I think. Made it back to the station, Maxwell says. But obviously, I failed, I thought. Because I thought fucking he got to the station first. Wait, you never made... Oh, wait, you never made it, Wait, back? I made it back first! You fool! You're so funny, Max, says Abel Adams. You're such a card! Maxwell shouts back, I'm not coming back, idiot. I have no transport. Well, you dared that you would get back to the station before I did with no transport. So... You played yourself. I never said that. Well, yeah, he was right. He never said that. More specifically, I betted him. I betted and you thought you could. I am going to die here and you left me stranded. You jumped out where Prince was driving. Well, rest in peace, Prince. But yeah, nobody knows what happened to Prince. Neither do I. They just went completely missing in action in space. I wasn't piloting when you hopped out. Just had a great idea, actually. Fuck you. Don't come for me. Actually, eat shit, Max. Actually, I'm gonna go and try and save you, whether you like it or not. We continue our bickering. I need healing first, though. But at some point, I basically forgot to go ahead and get him back on the station. So instead, even if I might forget, I still notified Cargonia that Abel is, like, missing in space and needs to be transported back to the station. As I went back to go heal. And so I just... Well, healing, I completely forgot about going to pick up Abel to save him. And went way into focusing on wanting to fight the Blob to help assist the station against the Outbreak. And you will see that soon as I move myself over to medical. So as you can see at this point, I was just like, he's ticked off because I made it to the station first. He's quite stubborn to all of Cargonia. And just like, move on to medical. As I casually walk to medical on the station that's suffering from a horrible blob outbreak. Casually. Like this, I just arrived back on the station like this is like this fucking Titan station outbreak from Dead Space 2. And I just went to the medical department, which is the so-called evacuation zone. And I just get myself healed up so I can be prepared to fight the Blob and help contain the outbreak, as you will see in a second. So after I finally got back up on my feet, I immediately start heading out to find where the Blob is and try and fight it with my protokinetic accelerator. So I was exploring the hallways, checking around where the main infected area of the station is until I find these fire locks, and I think I found where the biohazard is. And I see there's many injured crewies over here. And so I get armed up, put my oxygen on, and put my light on as well because it's dark here. And I start going out there fighting some blobs with my protokinetic accelerator, as well as putting on some oxygen because, well, it's spaced out a bit. Kept firing at the bastards, trying my best to help the crew, but poor Maxwell isn't going to last very long soon, as you may see. While trying to help out the engineer with the fire axe, he's also kind of getting in the way. Well, I try to shoot, and I didn't intend to hurt him. Bunch of blobbernauts came at me. Came at Maxwell. And unfortunately for Maxwell, he gets pummeled by... The blobbernauts were a distraction. Instead, he gets pummeled by the blob itself with its biomass. And very slowly and surely, he dies. But that's only for a short while, as his corpse becomes infected. He becomes another one of the blob horde. Now back with some other news. As we can see here, Abel Adams has made it back to the station and has joined the fight against the blob with his protokinetic accelerator, not knowing what happened to Maxwell, as he's been fighting some blobs, and there's apparently a blob spore behind him. But yeah, fucking Space Station 14 blob is fucking crazy and chaotic, and he just bombed the blob one of the blob nodes right there. But yeah, Jesus, look at all this fucking damage and junk all over the place. Space Station 14 blob is fucking insane. Well, more specifically, it comes from Goob Station, because FunkyStation uses a fork off of Goob Station code. But yeah. So the mime and the clown, along with a few other crew members, are trying to fight back against these fucking creatures and shit, and I'm just observing around. There's a new blob zombie just roaming around all over the place, and my corpse got resurrected. And as we see here, Maxwell has become a resurrected fucking undead parasitic zombie corpse as he starts attacking people and trying to spread the blob parasite to others, possibly. As chaos ensues, the corpse of Maxwell begins attacking everyone around him with a fucking toolbox, trying to kill as many people as they can and get inflamed and cause people to get on fire before being shot down by a couple of other crew members who aren't infected. Or maybe they are a bit infected. And there goes Maxwell's corpse. Is this the end of Maxwell? Well, let's see later. Also, observing around on the station, it seems like one of the crew members on the station has taken my mining vessel to evac off of the station since it's put under quarantine and an evac shuttle cannot come. So, yeah, archetypical blob round stuff. So I began continuing to observe around, still trying to figure out what happened to the fucking mining vessel. I tried to check if it was back at cargo, and no, it's just completely gone. Like somebody just straight up took it to escape off of the station. And this is when we are going to arrive in the next major event that happened on this round, and that is, well, a huge fucking Defacto station evacuation. And so before we truly get into that, as you can see, It truly shows what begins why many of the crew decided to do this evacuation in the first place, because even though they're under quarantine, it's because the fucking AI decided, yeah, you know what, we're not succeeding on fighting against the Blob, so I'm gonna go ahead and set the station self-destruct sequence on. I'm sorry, crew, but it had to be done. And then we go to the cargo department, and we see a few fellows at the cargo department right now trying to get to cargo to go ahead and evac off the station with the cargo vessel. And, well, you may think that Vil is still fucking dead, but maybe the crew are going to hijack the shuttle. Well, that's until, well, they bring Vil's body over to cargo. And you may see where I'm going here, alright? And so, as you can see here, people are just scrambling to cargo at this point. It's getting so bad, they even, like, trying to fucking raid the armory, I guess, to get, like, some weapons to defend themselves in case any of the fucking infected get to cargo or whatever. Yeah, and also the power's going out, too. Probably because of a lack of crew or whatever the fuck, because of the blob and shit. I've also noticed that there were a few crewmates who have been trying to nuke the entire station. Somebody used the cargo announcement console and basically told everyone on every survivor on the station that wants to get out of here to head to the cargo department in order to escape off of the cargo shuttle. So we got tons of more people heading over to cargo to evacuate for the fucking Defacto evacuation. Literally abandoning nanotracing protocol to fucking nuke the station to kill the parasite. The AI apologizing. Well, the AI and a couple of other crew members are trying to focus on nuking the station to deal with the biohazard. Well, many other people are just going onto the cargo shuttle to escape. And would you look at that? Vil's corpse is here. And now they're going to start trying to revive me. And it kind of makes me curious. Why didn't anyone just straight up just broke into the fucking cargo shuttle windows or whatever, climb over and just use the fucking console to drive it? My answer is I have no fucking clue. They just decided to revive me and have me be the pilot to get everyone out of here. So, Maxwell, after, well, soon being resurrected later, or whatever, well, we'll see it in a second, but basically Maxwell gets defibbed with the help of the surviving doctors who want to escape off of the station with the cargo shuttle. Yeah. Wolpekin doctors and so on and so forth. The Canidae people and felonid people and humans and shit just trying. Just like, no, I don't want to risk my life for nanotracing to kill this blob. I'm going to get the fuck out of here. And here I am, just going in dead chat, is like, who's going to pilot the cargo shuttle? I really want to see this evac happen. They're defibbing him. Clear! And Vil is back to life, baby. Vil is confused. What the fuck? Everybody's screaming. I go off of harm intent, is just like, yeah! I feel like we need to leave here now. As Vil suddenly remembers the blob and shit. And comes to realization that, okay, yeah, it's probably best we get off the station. So I take the fucking cargo shuttle, Fuck everyone else, says one of the doctors. Oh no! And there's like firefights happening at cargo, whatever the fuck's going on there. So I drifted off into space and we started driving out away from the station in order to get somewhere safe or whatever the fuck. My initially I just intended to just like go way far out and just fly far away from the station as I could. But eventually, you'll see it soon, or whatever, or probably seeing it right now. I eventually decided, actually, no, what? Actually, with the hyperspace module that my fucking cargo shuttle has, I need to go, actually, I think it would be good that we go to a fucking derelict or whatever the fuck. And have all the survivors and me just camp out there. Also, I'm pretty sure this server doesn't allow end of round grief. I think it's one of those servers that don't allow that. At least from what I can tell, most Space Station 14 MRP servers, or medium RP servers more specifically, genuinely don't like the tradition of end of round grief happening and want the roleplay to continue on like Evac, whatever. Okay, but I'm not sure. I need to reread the FunkyStation rules, and the round has ended, as you can see. I've actually come to this decision right when the round ended. And of course I'm struggling because I don't know how the fucking... Because I didn't know what to fucking do with the fucking FTO. Also, there's somebody in an escape pod just vacuuming from the station. And everybody's killing each other in the fucking cargo shuttle. I was like wondering what the fuck's going on. What? Somebody says? I'm like trying to fucking FTL or whatever the fuck. Just people just shoot each other and shit. Oh no. Oh my god. Come on, Bill, you got this. We go to FTL. Oh wait, no, it isn't people shooting each other. We're fucking killing the fucking Rat King or whatever. That's what. FTL! I scream! As I try to get to a fucking derelict or whatever in order to fucking safely get a fucking safe home or whatever for all these escaping, surviving crew members and myself. I think they killed the Rat King because they needed food supplies, so they're gonna have some rat meat. So it's probably gonna be raw. Okay, and then I start going to FTL again. Trying to get to Serpula, which I assume is a derelict of some kind, so I'm trying to get there, but I'm like so fucking far away right now. I'm covered in glorp! Boo boo! And then the round restarts. That was a funny round. And that was honestly like one of the most funnest FunkyStation rounds I've had. Well, I hope you enjoyed this first episode of Space Station 14 Let's Plays, or just Space Station Let's Plays in general or whatever. Hope you all come back soon for the next few videos. And this isn't the only video. I'm really motivated to work on a lot of videos this time, so expect some more Space Station content soon. Alright? So, yeah. Bye. And I hope those of you who are new to my channel subscribe for more. Yeah.